Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots. I'm sharing a Christmas in July project so you can keep an eye out for these. These are called quilt panels. You can get them at craft stores, you can get them online. This one is from Amazon and we're doing a Grinch theme upstairs in our movie room. I bought a quilt panel. That's this kind of thing where it's 44 inches total, but inside that 44 inches, it has a whole bunch of different designs that repeat. And if you buy a quilt panel or you buy fabric charm packs, or you even just buy fabric by the yard, you can see this is all just what's on Amazon, but local craft stores and fabric stores are going to have these as well. I just love the idea that you can create an entire coordinated wall hanging or decor piece with a coordinated effort without doing any artwork. So I'm going to be using Mod Podge, a staple gun, different scissors, and some canvases. You can see I have a ton of Dollar Tree canvases, but also panels from the craft store and the thrift store. So I will say you want to match these up. So we walked away and brought this project back a couple of times, just doing it whenever we had time. And we paired up everything by the size, because what will happen is if you have the canvases, they're going to be really cool on the wall and they have a lot of dimension. But if you have things like that where it doesn't quite fit, don't worry, I'll show you how we handled all those. So you can use either regular sewing scissors or pinking shears. You can also put this down onto a cutting mat and use a rotary cutter. I, however, had panels that I wanted to have decorative edges on, so I did use my pinking shears. Somewhere in my craft room, I have those pinking rotary or wavy rotary. I don't know. I haven't looked for it. I need a professional organizer. If you've got tips, drop them below. So anyway, I cut out each of the panels in which I had a matching canvas for, either a canvas panel or a canvas like that with the frame on it. And then I'm going to stack those all up together. I do urge you to do that because otherwise you're just going to get confused. When you have all of the random stuff left, and you can see this is quite a lot left, that's when we bang out the Dollar Tree poster board. So this one's actually from the Joanne, but you'll see I have a mark on it and I can't use that for anything else, so I'm going to be covering it. So all I did is I kind of went a couple of ways. I did full panel, I did wrapped panel, and then I did where the edges are showing. So I'll show all of those in this quick little DIY. You can see the whole video is only 5 minutes long, and that's because I haven't put it up for Christmas yet because it's June. And I have family coming and I don't want them to be like, why is your house decorated for Christmas in June? So I will take another picture and amend this video when they're up on the wall. But all I did was I just marked out, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just marked out my measurements and then used a cutting mat and X-Acto knife to cut these out. So each of the panels, mine is cotton. I'm not sure if all of them are, but mine is cotton, so I'm going to use a little bit of water on a pressing pad and just iron these out really quickly. The ones that I'm pulling across the panels obviously didn't have to be ironed out, but it didn't take that long. I just had to do this like 17, 18 times. So repeat, rinse and repeat. But once I had that, I just made sure that my panels were cut, or like this one is a canvas. Again, you don't have to like go out and buy new canvases. The thrift store has tons of stuff like this. Go outside, spray paint it all white so it's a nice bright background. And now everybody's favorite glue and water combo. I'm just gonna pop on a good portion. I did find out that a lot of Mod Podge on canvas is necessary, and then I'm just gonna position this right on. Every single one of these panels or foam pieces all was held up with command strips, so all of them are really light. When I had pieces that I wanted to be on a panel but I didn't like the edges, I just went ahead and cut some pieces for framing. Again, I'll amend this video in maybe when I put it up in November to show how I framed out the pieces. I'll show you the trim that I got. So I did do wraparounds, and if you do this on the poster board, here's a tip that I learned the hard way. Be sure to put a piece of cardboard in between the clip and the front, otherwise it will indent the front. So May have to add a ribbon or something to the top of one of these. But you can see that's a nice finished panel. I also cut with scraps all of the little pieces. I don't know if I'm going to use these up on the wall with some tiki tack, but there's tons of these panels and they came out so vibrant. This, and you can see the trim here, I just got some square trim, super quick and easy. And that is it for me today. If you thought this was fun, please give this video a like, share it, and subscribe for more crafting fun. Thank you so much for being here.